Y'all, peace, greetings. Thank you for being present with me in this moment. I am literally mentally, physically, emotionally beaten, battered, bruised. I'm getting my shit together, y'all, but I'm not in a great place. So, if you're following me on TikTok as well, it's also I Hope You Find Serenity on TikTok. Then there I've been able to keep everyone updated in real time. The reason I haven't been making YouTube videos is because my computer is down again. If you know, at the end of last year, the end of 2023, my computer was broken, the screen. I finally got it fixed, and then not long after getting the screen fixed, the battery stopped working. So now I need to get that fixed. So I also haven't had my computer for a few months, and that's for me the best way to upload for YouTube, just for storage and for editing and everything. But it's time to make a video, so I may not be able to edit this one like I normally do, but child, y'all gonna get it raw and real because it's time for an update. I am gonna make a separate video about everything happening with my brother, my little brother Dane, which is the reason that I went back to the States for the month of June. It's just still a lot for me. I don't feel like telling the story again. I don't feel like going over it. If you want to go and learn more, on my TikTok, I have a playlist called My Autistic Brother. And there you can see everything that happened. I went back very last minute. Like, I found out 2 days before I was leaving that I was leaving. And I had to go back to the States to be there to support my family as we transitioned my brother out of his long-term care facility. It was a lot going on, y'all. And that experience it was traumatizing in so many ways. And also it, of course, touched on my inner child because I had to be around my mother and while she's in a really stressed out state. And I've also made a video on YouTube it's called The Mother Wound, if you want to check it out. And I share a bit about my relationship with my mom, but kind of to recap, we have, a lot of healing to do between us. My mom is an amazing woman. She just is also, I think, a bit mentally ill. And on top of it, she's not truly aware of that. And she doesn't want to admit that, because I talk to her a lot about mental health and stuff. And she's just kind of like, you're crazy. Like, I'm fine. But I can see by how she expresses herself, I can see by how she experiences life that mentally she goes through a lot of turmoil and she suffers a lot and she's in the victim role a lot. And honestly, it's a mirror because I see myself in that way as well in many ways. In some ways I see so many differences. I see how I can be so much more positive and have a lot more faith, and I'm definitely just so in tune with my spirituality, whereas my mom just resists spirituality at every turn. Like, anytime I try to share with her aspects of spirituality that can help us, it's just like talking to a brick wall. So I know that I was born out of her. I'm her only daughter too. Like, literally she was forced to, and that's why I have such a spiritual path, because she was literally forced to give birth to all of that spirituality that she has been resisting, all of that essence that she's been resisting. So I came back. I'm an ancestor returned to be like, girl, listen to the stars, to the moon, to your womb, pray. Yeah, I'm not going to get too deep into that, but it was just a stressful time because of that. There was a lot of resistance to spirituality, and I'm a very spiritual person. So when I get around people who resist spirituality, they get uncomfortable and I get uncomfortable because I'm frustrated that they refuse to hear me, and they're frustrated that I'm talking about stuff that to them is just not real. So it was very difficult. It was very difficult. It was the hardest thing I've ever been through. It was heartbreaking. All the things happening with my brother were just heartbreaking. Like, my heart broke a million times while I was there. So it was hard. And I knew that I was nervous to come back. I knew it was going to be difficult because my life is so rustic here. I'm living off grid. Before I left, also my solar panel is down yet again. That's another thing. This repeat, like from the end of last year, like my solar panel also went out then. The same issue, my inverter broke, and then it broke again just a few months later. So I haven't had electricity. So I knew when I was there that when I came back, I was going to have to come back to, a bit of a shock, because living there, of course, for a month, I was able to have hot water showers and internet all the time, and my phone just worked everywhere, and like things just worked. Like I was in spaces where things just worked, whereas here, that's not the case. On my farm, like it's like I'm living outside. Like things are always broken, things are always getting, dirty and moldy. There's bugs everywhere. It's rainy season, so it was super wet while I was gone. So I did have friends coming to my house to feed my pets, but they weren't really, it wasn't their responsibility to really provide any care for the house, and they all have their own spaces to take care of. So no one was really cleaning and caring for my house. So a whole month went by, and this is my fault, because from the last time I left and went to the States, and came back, the last time I went, it was maybe like 2.5 weeks or something. I remember like the house was in shambles also, and I was like, ugh, I can't leave for long. And I knew I had to leave, but it was very sudden. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare. I cleaned my house as best I could before leaving. I put things away as best I could, but I didn't really have enough time to prepare. And also, this is a space where if it just sits, like, it's just gonna become moldy. Like, it's just getting rained on, and my dogs are running in and out of the house, and so it was so dirty. Like when I finally got home, like the floor just had a layer of dirt, and the whole house felt like it had a layer of kind of like mold on it. A lot of things, any fabrics I had hanging, like got a little bit of mold on them, and the house smelled wet. Like it smelled so humid, and I was so grossed out. Plus the dogs had been out in the mud, so then I had left them their blankets or whatever, but all their stuff was super muddy. Plus they got into my bed, my main bed. I'm currently on this is my original bed. It's a small one. There's no mattress on it. Obviously I have my tent up because there's a lot of mosquitoes this time of year, and I'm literally sleeping on like some yoga mats and some sheets right now, like zero mattress, and then I have some pillows around me, because I left my mattress. I took everything off my mattress and left it clean, because I told one of my friends if she ever wanted, she could spend the night. So I took all the sheets off, and I told her where the fresh sheets are. The dog, and I have a tent, like a mosquito net over that bed. Let me show you. Do you see it over there? There's that big thing over top of it, but that white thing. But the dogs literally chewed on the zipper and were able to get in, and they've been sleeping on it. So it's literally dirty as fuck, and it smells like ass. It smells like dog ass. So, and it's been raining every single day. So I'm like, I've wiped it down a little, but I need to do a deeper clean, but I don't want to get it very wet because it'll get moldy. I need to clean it good on a day where it's really sunny outside, and I can take it outside and leave it in the sun. And even when I do that, I got to tie the dogs up so they don't get on it. Child, it's a lot. So when I walked into this space, I was so uncomfortable. Just like in every time I've ever come back, I always feel like the first day is the hardest, because it's very like, it's not like coming into a situation where you go into like someone's home or an Airbnb or a hotel, like everything's set up. You can kind of just unwind and just rest in the space. Like that's not the case here. Like I immediately was like, I'm so uncomfortable. I have to immediately clean. But I also was exhausted. I was exhausted from everything I had just been through. So it was just a lot. So I've been cleaning. I'm still not done. There's still so much to clean. It's already been a week since I got, actually it's been a week and a day. It's been 8 days since I got back. And yeah, I've been cleaning. I've cleaned probably half the house because it was just like a level of cleaning that was just very high. So yeah, it's very discouraging, y'all. I can't lie. And I don't want to just say everything that's happening. I also I'm teaching right now. Starting on July 1st, I had a teaching gig already set, and I trust all of June, when I realized what I was going through in the States, I was texting everyone I knew who taught here in this area to see if they could take over this class for me, because I was like, emotionally, I don't think I'm ready to teach. But that didn't work out. I'm grateful for the gig because I'm going to get paid at the end, so that's awesome. And the kids are awesome, so that all worked out. That was divine. Like, but I did try to get out of it because I was like, geez, I don't want to have to leave. And it is like every day I'm having to leave the house in the morning, so, which is the only time it's not raining. So it has been like difficult to really fully do what I need to do here because I have to leave. and I have to leave every day and teach. Y'all, I can't lie, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here anymore. And it's not so much that I don't want to be here, like in this area. I love this place. I love this land. I love my farm. But I can't keep living like this. Like, people send me messages all the time. People are so inspired by what I'm doing, and I am grateful. I am grateful for the inspiration that I provide, but it would be wrong of me to give y'all the sense that this life is perfect. I cry all the time when I'm going through stuff here. Like, it's hard. It's like in this space, something's always broken, something's always not working. And I have to leave so I can work, so I can earn money, so I can get things fixed. Stuff is expensive here. And I'm a teacher. Like, I really put in an effort. I have a master's degree in teaching. I'm a good teacher. I put in the effort to teach, but people here, they can't pay a lot for teaching. Like, the maximum I can even earn is like $10 an hour here teaching. And it just feels like I have to put in so much. And an hour of teaching doesn't mean it's only an hour of work. To prepare an hour-long lesson, you have to give at least 30 minutes of preparation, possibly more, depending on if you have to physically make something for the class, which for the one I'm in now, like, I'm teaching like 25 high school students. They have to have fun. Like, I have to put in a lot of effort in my lesson plans and stuff. And it's just like all this hard work. And at the end of the day, I've just made $20 or $30 or whatever. And then I go to this grocery store and, like, all I can afford is to get cat and dog food and maybe a little food for myself, and now I'm back to zero. It's frustrating, and it's the fact that I've been in this story for years now, all these years here living in this area, like, really struggling financially over and over again, despite the fact that I work. I don't work all the time. I, of course, don't work the amount of hours that I would typically, but that's also because I physically can't. Like, it's not possible. Like, I'm giving all of my time and effort. Like, I have a little bit of time for going to work to make money. There's a lot of time I have to give to the land, and no one's paying me to be here. Like, but I have to give hours and hours of my labor, my energy, my willpower. And then after that, I'm fucking tired. I'm fucking tired, and I can't just work a 40-hour work week and take care of the farm. You know what I mean? I can only work maybe 15 hours in the week to live, and then I'm giving myself another like 20 hours a week to do farm stuff. And then the rest of that time is time for me to rest, time for me to recuperate, time for me to enjoy my friends, which I value all of that. I live a good life too. Like, I have amazing community. There's a lot of fun things that we get to do here, like going out on boats and going deep in the jungle, going on cool hikes. Like, I love all those aspects of this life. But this being homesteading alone, 10 out of 10 don't recommend. 10 out of 10 don't do it. I mean, unless you're stronger than me, which many of you probably are. If you're stronger than me, then you could probably handle it. But I can barely handle this, y'all. And then I have my dogs, my cat. It's the hardest thing I've ever done. And I'm grateful for the lessons I've learned, but I'm really reaching a limit where I'm like, I need radical change in my life. I need radical change in my life. I need radical change in my life. I can't go on like this. I'm tired, and I'm also like, I have a clear vision for what I want to create, the life I want to create. And it's just not been manifesting. And I'm like, why is it that I give my heart, I give my all, I effort in this life, you know? And still I'm struggling, and still I'm trying to manifest the same things I've been trying to manifest for years. I've been wanting a vehicle for years. I mean, really doing rituals, like, and working too, like really doing rituals and working and trying to, like, not even trying, but actively working on my limiting beliefs, actively working on my subconscious mind, and doing a lot of shadow work around money, and still not seeing the results of actually being able to, like, finally have money. Like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? The investments that I've put into myself and into my business, into my retreats, I work so hard for them, and I try to host group retreats, and like, nobody comes. it's like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. It just feels like I've been giving so much and getting so little. And I don't want to even say that, because I do get so much in some regards, but the things that I'm needing, some of my needs, I've been failing to meet them. And this environment has been failing to meet them. And I don't know what I'm doing next, but I'm ready for a big change. Yeah, I've always said, I'm here for the long run. I will never give up the farm. And I still want to keep the farm, even if perhaps I need to move, like, and rent a regular house just so I can be in a house for a while. I could see that for myself. I could see myself fully leaving Costa Rica, y'all. And it's shocking for me to even say that here in this moment. It's shocking to me because this is my home and I love it so much. And I also have put my blood, sweat, and tears, and I want to see the fruits of my labor. And even if I left Costa Rica, I want to keep the farm always and come back in time. I need to shift to a space where I can really create true financial stability and just foundational stability within myself, so that I can, be a true home. Like, when I look at my space, I'm always like, everything is always like, it's okay, but I know I can do better. And it's not what I envisioned for myself. I know I can do better. And yet when I'm trying to do better, it just is not working out. So is that God telling me I'm on the wrong path? You know what I mean? Like, we say follow the path of least resistance. Honey, the resistance is stacked the fuck up against me. So I'm just trying to find that path, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. So if you've been following me and think, oh, I want to be like her, da 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 da, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm fucking struggling, y'all. And there's always beauty amidst the struggle. I don't have bad days. I will have a good day. I will laugh. I will smile today. I'm going to see my friends. I'm going to go do laundry because I have so much to clean. I'm fine, but I'm also not okay. And I hope that y'all can understand what I'm saying. Like, this shit is very difficult and it's trash right now. I feel like shit and I'm not happy with my life. I'm going to still find moments to be joyful. I'm going to still find things to be grateful for, because why else am I here? I'm not going to sit here suffering, but I just wanted to voice this and also just give y'all an update, let y'all know where I'm at transparently. So thank you for listening. I trust everything's going to be okay. Clarity is coming and guidance is here for me. My angels are always with me. I always feel them. I always hear them. I know that I'm loved and supported and guided, and I know it's all gonna just work out some way, somehow. Peace. So I thought I was done with my video, but I just started playing guitar afterwards, and I'm just so inspired right now, and I want to say that I think I'm just not living up to my full potential. And I think that's why I'm really frustrated, because I'm not living up to my full potential. I know my potential is beyond even this. Like, this is amazing and I'm grateful, but it's the foundation, it's the home, it's all a representation of me. Like, why is this shit in pieces and shambles and there's always so much work to do? Why is that? Like, I know it has to be something, it has to be me. So I just think I want to live more up to my potential, and that's why I'm so frustrated, and that's why that's the change I need. I need to be more tapped into my potential. And yeah, that's going to transform everything, whether it transform how I am here or whether it transform here and I need to go other places, whatever. There's work to be done. And the one, I was singing a song that my most recent song, and I was just like, this experience at the very least inspires poetry, it inspires music. It is heart-wrenching sometimes. Like, my heart be literally, and I sing it. I sing about it, you know, like, and the singing is beautiful and the songs are beautiful and they touch me. But it's it's like a Piscean thing too, like how we explore the depths of our emotions and we really know sadness. Like we really know sadness, but through it, then we create music, and it's like, Jesus, like if I never felt sad, I would have never wrote that song, and that song means so much to me. And it's crazy how we transmute pain, and like it's like a service. It's like my service is like I take all of it and I feel it and I turn it into something beautiful, and I put love, I turn it into love. I transmute it into love. Even if it makes me cry, like it's still love. I don't know if y'all heard there's also a neighbor passing, but the howler monkeys I just heard. Let's see if they do it again. I'm so blessed. I'm such a Pisces because I was just like, I'm done, y'all. I'm done. And now I'm back and I'm like, actually, I'm all right. I'm fine. It's all me, but it's all facts too. Like this is all of it. I had a word in mind, but it slipped. But yeah, all of it is a part of me. All of it. All of it is valid. All of it is true. I'm done and I'm grateful and I'm ready to go and I'm ready to stay and go harder. It's just, whoo. I'm being asked a lot. I'm being asked to really show up in a major way, and sometimes it's quite overwhelming. And I'm having a hard time living up to my potential right now. So I have to do some more work. Lord Jesus, here we go again. I'm also like, damn, I'm also in my Saturn return, y'all. That's when it all makes sense, you know? It's that energy of like, whoo. We gotta level up, gotta transmute a lot of trauma and pain and sadness and turn it into something something else, turn it into love. Whew, Lord Jesus. I didn't hear the howler monkeys again. Maybe I was just hearing the motorcycle. All right. With that, I am truly complete.